Hello friends, today we will discuss book reviews. Writing book reviews is not so easy. At the same time, it's not that difficult. Reading is of course a pleasure. When we read a book, particularly when we read any literary piece, suppose a novel or say a collection of poems or a collection of short stories, a travelogue, a memoir, autobiography, or say a collection of plays. So when we read literature, no matter whatever genre we are reading, we enjoy it because we have a tendency to relate the facts and the incidents that are represented in the text either with our own life or with the experiences of others whom we know or the incidents that we have read about in our childhood or we have watched in films. Now, book reviews are mainly two types. The first one is academic review, that is written for academic journals, magazines, and there one needs to make an intensive study, a rigorous study of uh, the subject matter, along with that, the theoretical perspective that has been adopted, and at the same time, we need to refer to other writers, particularly scholars who have uh, written books on that subject, and we need to uh, discuss the opinions of the critics who have shared their observations on that subject, and then finally we should come up with our own observation that is based on study. So in the case of academic book review, scholarship scholarship of the reviewer is important. The next type of book review is that for the literary magazines or journals. Often the magazines are commercial as well. These magazines prefer non-academic book reviews. That means, what do we understand by non-academic book reviews, right? It's not something that I want to confuse you or, people may get a bit confused that what's the difference between an academic book review or what is a non-academic book review, or if there is anything inferior about being non-academic. It's not like that, because non-academic book reviews are meant for a larger section of readers who may not be familiar with the theoretical frameworks or the critical idioms that a scholar uses in his or her write-up. They are basically written for the understanding of the larger lot of people, and they tell us about the affect or the emotional response primarily, and at the same time the facts that address the uh, the issues that people are aware of, or if they are not aware of, they are made aware of. So they address the issues that are in the headlines of newspapers, or they are a part of an individual's experience, or they may be experienced by what is going on around the world due to the changing political and economic situations. So, book reviews depend on the observation skill of the reviewer, And at the same time, it also depends on the insightful understanding of the subject that is presented. Whether someone is writing an academic review or someone is writing a review for a literary non-academic magazine, insight is much needed. And at the same time, if the reviewer is able to convey the core subject matter in short and then provide an analysis by uh, elucidating on the underlying ideas related to uh, family life, related to social life, economic conditions, or political changeovers, or say upon certain conditions of human beings, uh, some precarious condition, for example, that is a current affair, or some environmental issues. So the reader will be curious to know about the book, because the purpose of the book reviewer is to stimulate the interest of the reader for reading the book that he or she is reviewing. So a reviewer has a great responsibility, and the best part of that responsibility is to make the reader curious, interested about the book. Thank you.